Welcome to the Intuitive Therapist Podcast with Janis R. Cohen, therapist, clairvoyant, empath, and medium. Listen in as she takes a no-nonsense deep dive into real human struggles and how to resolve them. Janis will share channeled information from her spirit guide team, as well as the angels and archangels, to help you master your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual destiny. And now, Janis R. Cohen.
Hey y'all, this is Janis Cohen, the Intuitive Therapist here on the Intuitive Therapist Podcast. Unbelievable that it is December, almost mid-December. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Anyway, I want to talk to you about scaling joy. I think it's a very fascinating topic to talk about. And joy, like any emotion, stays around as long as you allow it. And joy, like any emotion, it can intensify or weaken depending on how much energy and focus you give to it. So joy, like any emotion, can be created and chosen. But how do you do that in a world that's predominantly made up of stress, obligations, and pain? Well, today I'm going to talk to you about that, all of it. And I know that the things that I'm going to mention to you, some of the things, most likely you've thought about and heard before. But maybe, just maybe, you might hear something different today, something that makes sense to you, something that changes your perspective, something that sticks. And I would imagine that most people experience unplanned joy, the kind that just happens unexpectedly, like when a friend makes you laugh, or when you get a compliment, or when you achieve something. But is it possible to not only create joy intentionally, but scale it? Well, yeah, it sure is. And you don't need to fake it either. There are a few steps actually, that you can take to do that. So let's start with one of the first steps, which is blind spot protection. We all have them, those nagging, limiting beliefs and thoughts that undermine our well-being. And they actually remove joy from our lives. But for some reason, we are so damn committed to them, and we don't even know it. It's like our limiting beliefs live in our heads as truths, as automatically accepted as the sun rising and setting each day. And they live in our subconscious as building blocks to our lives, and we don't even question them. Well, at least we almost never question them, right? Until somebody points them out or encourages us to question them, because we experience them all the time, like a recording running in the background of our lives. And they show up, we accept them, then we act on behalf of them. And we don't even stop to investigate them. Hell, I've talked about this before, about choosing to question your thoughts all the time and beliefs. So you want to scale joy? Question those beliefs and thoughts that you just think automatically. And eliminate all those that don't support you getting from point A to point B, where you are, and then where you want to go. And then replace them with only the thoughts and beliefs and the energy that lead you to the emotions and places you want to go, right? That's the first way to scale joy. The second way to scale joy is to redefine wealth. What does wealth really mean to you? And that may sound like a goofy question. Oh, what does wealth mean to you? Because the logical answer is to say, oh, it doesn't mean money. Well, to some it does, right? And if that's what you think brings you joy, then okay, not a problem. But what does the feeling that money gives you? What's the feeling that you get when you have money, right? That feels like wealth. Well, most would say freedom. Now you get what I'm saying, right? Wealth isn't just about money. It's really about the feeling that you have, what wealth really is. But I'm pretty sure you already knew that, right? So if all wealth means to you is material possessions, then I hope you reconsider. People can have all the money in the world and material possessions in the world and be empty and miserable, right? but you replace that with synonyms like well-being and happiness, and then you're starting to get a bigger picture, right? Money can always be made, that's the thing. Well-being and happiness are often more difficult to come by because what most people really want is well-being and happiness and freedom and peace. And when you pursue wisdom, you can ask yourself this question, right? In terms of wealth, wisdom is a form of wealth. How can I live my life in a way that I'm happy, fulfilled, and peaceful? And at some point, you can ask, how can I allow myself to be content with that and not in a constant state of relentless pursuit of more and more and more? The third way is to metabolize fear instead of allowing it to sabotage you. And what do I mean by metabolize fear? I mean, use it. I mean, cooperate with it. Let it motivate you to do better, be better, know better. Let it be what ignites your passion to overcome it and become fearless. Use fear, twist it around, exploit it. Make it work for you. I want you to practice writing out different kinds of what ifs instead of focusing on only what is, right? So it's important to be able to accept the truth of what's going on. But there's a difference when you start writing your what ifs or thinking about what ifs in terms of what's possible in a good way, not catastrophizing, you know? We do that a lot. What if this happens? What if that happens? Well, what if it didn't? And what if something fucking amazing happened? It's pretty awesome to imagine that, right? So if you ask those questions, that's great. And you can definitely scale joy if you do that. So last, let's talk about chasing. Chasing purpose, not wealth or material possessions. Chasing your passions. Chasing your dreams. Chasing good health. Chasing connection. Chasing faith. Chasing good positive beliefs and thoughts. Chasing opportunity. Chasing peace. And when I say chase, I don't mean force. I don't mean run after. I mean be open, allow, receive, move towards with ease. Be driven by what lights you up. And you're going to be able to scale joy every single day and in every single moment. So my question to you today is, what will you be doing? Well, changing to scale joy in your life. I'd love to hear from you. I wish you a blessed day, a wonderful week, and as always, live intuitively.
Thanks for listening to The Intuitive Therapist. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend, and be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.